What is up, YouTube? My name is Brandon Rogers. This channel is called Chili Dog Motorsports, and today we are mounting a Frisco style tank on our Sportster chopper. Stay tuned, we'll show you how to do it. Now today we are going to be using this tank mounting bung kit from Throttle Addiction. And the first thing we're going to need to do is put a couple holes in the mounting tabs of our tank to help locate those on the backbone of our frame. Now, some tools you might find helpful today are some stuff to measure with, something to drill with, an assortment of drill bits, some kind of cutting fluid for drilling, a center punch, and some odds and ends for deburring. Now, the way I am going to do this is I am going to just eyeball the top dead center of these tabs. Now these are not welded perfectly in, so it's not going to look centered on the tab itself, but it is going to be pretty top dead center, I guess, in relation to its roundness. You could get one of those cheap like laser levels, put a laser on there, make sure it's perfectly straight. I don't really care that much that it's perfectly centered, so I'm just gonna put a little mark there, and then we'll know where to drill. And as you can see, a little mark about center front to back and top dead center of that curve. We're going to do that for both front and back. We got a mark on our top side there too. Then we're going to go ahead, take a center punch, get a nice little dimple in there. Oh, my center punch just fell apart. That's nice. Go ahead and do this side. Now we got a couple dimples to start drilling. And we are going to go ahead, take our 1/8 inch pilot bit, get a pilot hole in each of these tabs going. Pilot hole 1. Alright, I am actually just going to come from the bottom on this one and get to a lot better. I'm just going to kind of eyeball up to down, top to bottom. We're going to eyeball up to down. As far as placement for our hole, we're just going to kind of try and visually line it up with our dimple. No, it's not great. It's going to find its way to the top dead center of that curve, so we're not too worried about that, but we'll just go ahead and eyeball that and get a hole in there. It is so dull too. Sharpen your bits. There we go. Now we got our pilot holes. We can drill them out to the appropriate size for our hardware. And since these are 3/8 bolts, we are going to drill them out with a 3/8 drill bit. The holes, not the bolts. Open them up so we can fit the bolts through. Go ahead, just hog these suckers out. We're going to use a little bit of WD-40. A little cutting fluid goes a long way. There we go. Be sure to fuck up your bench. Key step. And then we shall do the same for the front tab. But we are going to come from the bottom side as we did for the pilot. Try not to scratch the shit out of the tank because we are going to be painting it later. The less scratches we have now, the less we have to sand out. in the end. And once you're done, your bolts should fit right in. I still gotta get the other one out, but that's all we're looking for at this step. Alright, and now that we have our holes in the mounting tab of our tank, we can go ahead, place it on our frame. We're going to use a hose clamp around the backbone there to hold this in place while we take a step back and look at it, and make sure it's where we want it to be. Wait, closer to it. Now this step is going to be crucial. Get your tank clamped on there, take a step back, take a look at it, make sure it's good front to back. It'll probably help you if you mock up your seat and your front end. Make sure, you know, nothing's going to hit the tank when you're turning your bars. Make sure your tank's not too far back, however far your seat comes forward. I know mine doesn't come past where these two tubes meet the backbone, so I know as long as I'm in front of that, I'm good. But check your seat, make sure, you know, that's the case. And just take a step back, make sure it looks good on there. You might want to put a level on your frame and kind of make sure the tank, you know, sitting on there level. Just take your time, please take your time. Look at it 100 times, make sure it's what you want before you start drilling holes in your frame. Now, if you've come this far, you've probably are either halfway okay at welding or you have a welder. So just remember, if you fudge up, you probably can plug weld the holes, but let's try not to do that. Let's try to nail it first time. Just look at it, think about it, then drill your holes. I kind of like the placement of where this is at right now, so we're going to go ahead, drill holes in the frame, and get those bungs set in there for welding. I just went ahead and marked the front hole location there. I'm going to put another hose clamp on the front to lock this in, and then we'll take the hose clamp off the back and mark that hole too. And then we'll go ahead and drill some holes in our backbone. I'm just going to go ahead and take this one off slowly so we're sure it's not shifting. It should be good. Visually see our front holes still lined up. We'll just take a Sharpie, mark the back hole. Now we can drill. Oh, and now you can see we have our two marked holes for where we're gonna, you know, set the bungs for this tank. So as before, we're gonna go ahead, take our center punch, make some dimples, take an 1/8 inch drill bit, drill some pilot holes, and then we will hog them out to the outer diameter of these bungs, which I believe is a 1/2 inch. I'll have to double check that. But for now, let's just get some center punch marks going. Centers punched. Let's get our pilot holes going. Yeah, perfectly in the center of that mark. It's like I fabricate for a living. Perfectly in the center of that mark too. Alright, let's get those bungs measured up and see what size we need to hog those holes out to. Alright, glad I double checked because these are 3/4 of an inch. So we need to hog those holes out to 3/4 of an inch. I doubt I have a 3/4 inch drill bit, so we're going to have to use a step bit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hog it out all the way with this baby step bit because it only goes up to 1/2 inch. Then we're going to come back through with our Haas step bit and step it up to 3/4, which I'll have to mark so we don't drill too far. But the key is finding a step bit that'll get you to 3/4 without protruding through the bottom of your tube, because we don't want to drill all the way through. We only want to drill through one side. So let's get these holes hogged out here. Step 1 complete. Pro tip: take your calipers and mic up the steps on your step bit. And I just took a silver Sharpie and marked the step we need to stop at, so I know where to stop and I don't have to check it every time. Yeah, let's go ahead and get those holes hogged out. Alright, at the point of no return now. So now to clean the insides of the holes, we are just going to use a little deburring tool. Just kind of keep wallering out the inside until our little bungs fit in nicely. And you want them to be almost a press fit. You don't want them just to fall right through, you know. We'll get them squeezed in there, and then we will weld them. Actually, we're not going to weld them. I'm going to cheat, taking with my buddy again. And he is going to weld it. Yeah, you get the gist of it. Clean those holes up. We're going to clean these holes up. You don't need to see me sitting here struggling. So, yeah, we'll see you when we're done. And then once you have these holes opened up a little bit and you can just barely get the bungs in there, we're going to take basically a sacrificial bolt. This is not the bolt that came in the kit, but it does thread in. Make sure you get something that threads all the way through this so you're not going to mess up the threads, because we are going to hammer it down. And do pay attention, these are dished. You want the high parts of the dish running basically the same way the backbone is. That way when we drive these down, they'll kind of fit the same curvature of the backbone there. So we got this one just about ready. Let's go ahead and get this guy in there. Make sure it's good and threaded all the way through. That way we don't ruin the threads. And then we're just going to tap it until it's almost flush. We want to leave it just a little proud, so when we go through and weld it, it's got something to bite into, you know. It's looking pretty good there. Wasn't quite square, but we'll weld it, and then we'll kind of shape it a little more after it's welded. So we're going to go ahead and do the front, then we'll test fit the tank and make sure we got everything perfect, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. And now that we have both bungs placed in the frame, we can go ahead and check our fit. It might help a little to open up the holes on these tabs just a little bit to allow you a little wiggle room. Right now, they are about the perfect size of the bolt. Makes it a little difficult to line up, but go ahead, get one threaded in. Get it threaded in loosely. Don't crank that down. And we can check the front. Yeah, I think we might have to open these up just slightly. That way there's enough wiggle room. Get them both in, because there is a few things that can go wrong throughout these steps. And the holes in our tabs aren't perfectly lining up with the bungs in the frame, which is okay. You're going to want a tiny bit of wiggle room anyways. We started off with no wiggle room. That way we had room to make adjustment later. So I am literally just going to take a file and just barely open that hole up. Just barely. And look at that. Literally just 2 quick swipes with the file, and both of our bolts fit perfectly. Like I said, we just barely had to take any off. You can't even tell that they're oblong. Especially won't be able to tell once we have hardware on the hole. And there you go. The tank fits. It's looking good. Now we can go ahead and take this to our buddy. He's going to weld those bungs in for us because I'm lazy. Should probably weld something on this myself. We'll weld something, I promise. So yeah, let's take it to get welded. And there you have it. That is how you mount your Frisco style tank on your chopper. If you like the parts we used today, we're going to link them all down below so you can get them too. Put them on your chopper. We appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos. We truly do. But now's about the time you need to get out of my garage. Get on out of here.